Hey y'all, so I'm getting caught up in a group of individuals that I like because it really is all about being comfortable with people that are really doing the right thing the right way. So this is for the how to do marketing the right way in 2023, but however, I feel like the people that are in this podcast are doing it the right way because I feel a lot of integrity behind it. They're laser focused, they're interested in what Gary has to say, and it's an energy. And the lead is the gentleman, I don't know what your name is at this moment, but it's pretty intact, your integrity levels. Don't worry, I will be bringing on my discussion around the business plan once I do more research, because I've only gotten to a certain point in the book, because I feel like by assisting you all in the step-by-step process of the business plan, this is for V-Friends, this is for anyone who, business plans have a sense of themselves of like dread. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't know why. It's because it's an energy attached to the business plan. I mean, even myself, as I sit here and talk about it, I want to talk to you about it for like 20 minutes about how I don't want to do it. However, I've already written some things down in association with my business plan. Let me tell you what my first focal points. Vice President of the United States, CEO Psychic, Metaphysical, doTERRA, seminar leading, fitness, Baptiste yoga, fashion, actress, singer, collaborator, dental and nutritional health, nonprofit animal activist, homeless initiative, consulting, and NFTs. So that's where you want to start, is finding your stabilization of what are your topics. This is for even those of you in business. It's like you don't even have to do anything besides write that down. Oh, I'll just do a little bit more on this. Then what I want you to do is to, off of, let's say, fashion, I want you to make lines coming off of fashion that says t-shirt, pants, leggings, underwear, bra, socks, shoes, hats. And even if you already have a business going, right? You're looking to evolve into new arenas, I'm assuming, and you're looking to solidify what you have. So even if you already have a section on fashion or fitness, and you're already working in Baptiste, for me it's Baptiste, you're gonna look at it and see if that's working for you. And if not, you're gonna adjust it. So that might be one of the reasons why you don't want to write your business plan. This is your first step in your business plan. The next thing I want you to do is to start thinking about your ideals. For example, you can collectively place this. I haven't gotten that far, which is why I'm jumping the gun on this for y'all. Describe in 50 words or less your principal personal goals in starting, operating, and expanding your business. So for me, I just wrote down 50 words that I wanted. So like organized, honest, challenge with ease, dynamic, partnerships, self-awareness, money-making, successful, driven to thrive, 5-star service, community-oriented, cut the fat, excited. So things not only for myself, but for the people that work in the organization, which then will actually create the culture. Now, each person that's sitting in the community literally has their own business, meaning you work in a section within the company. Now, you may not always work for this company, so this is a great tool to have someone like your leader to be there to assist you grow his business, which grows your salary, which then enables you to see how to make a business plan, because in the future, he might retire. You might decide that you want to go into something different like consulting, because you were so empowered by this gentleman to assist you. This is like a lot. This is a really good book, y'all. But yes, times have changed. I was going to go on to talk and discuss about, so that's the homework. You're going to place the main points, the sub points, and then 50 goals. 50, they're like ideals and goals. And then you've already created the beginner part of, it's literally like creating the business plan off of this. And you envelop it together, right? Of course, there's a couple other things that you'll be adding, which we'll be discussing, because the book is this thick. It's not that big, you know? So that's where we're at. It's like laying the foundation for a solid business, though. It's not just even about getting investors, but you're creating a culture, you're creating a foundation, and you're creating a point-to-point system, and then you can utilize it to follow the flow, always going back to your definite purpose. So I also wrote in here that the 17 laws of success were more important than anything else. Now back to what Gary is speaking of, we're talking about how to do marketing the right way in 2023. I'm going to tell you as a consumer how marketing is being experienced. It's like horror. Gyrating sounds, a lot of this. You know, I was thinking about like the old days, you know, commercials are mini stories. So for example, some of the best commercials came from Budweiser. The horse, the dog, the companionship. So like you're telling a mini movie in, what is it, 90 seconds, right? I mean, even right now I want to cry thinking about that Budweiser. They don't do that anymore though. They have bratty kids, they have rude, this is in movies and this is in commercials. They have bratty kids, they have bratty adults, they are rude, they are sexualized, they are, it's crazy. How can I flash numbers in your head, make you feel less than, so you'll go out and buy a product? That's new marketing. This is with the millennial generation. When you watch a TikTok, you have an opportunity in 15 minutes or 15 seconds to 3 minutes to watch a story or get to know someone while teaching. Meaning every product out there has positives and negative purposes. If your product is a good purpose, or your product has a good reason, or it resonates with someone, they will purchase it. So it's like with essential oils, you just share. Here, try some. Tell them a little bit about it, and then you say, hey, you want to buy some? Leaving the patient empowered in their decision to choose essential oils, which creates for your customer repetitive business, but also leaves you with integrity, knowing that you have a valued product, and money. I mean, you increase your sales. And you really didn't do much of anything but shared yourself. So the evolution of what marketing used to be, which was interesting, to where it is now, has turned psychotic.
This holiday, Kelly has two choices.
So here's an example.
A honey baked ham that's been slow smoked, hand glazed, and spiral sliced, or a Kelly baked ham.
So they're making fun of Kelly.
Or a Kelly baked ham.
They're telling Kelly how horrible she is because she's not going to Honey Baked Ham to purchase Honey Baked Ham.
Honey baked, Kelly baked, honey baked, Kelly baked, honey baked.
Not only is she unhappy, but she is abusing her animal, her dog, in the video.
Herschel Walker is a totally
And then they're bombarding us with
candidate
political
for the US Senate.
campaigning
And it's almost
right
like
after that
Trump said,
commercial.
I could go shoot somebody on
So it's not only a segmented piece of marketing, but it's a piece-to-piece branching of storytelling. So this is
I did vote for Brian Kemp. I think the man has integrity. I think he's done a good job for Joe.
a ploy in marketing to assume that Kelly voted Republican, and you don't like Kelly because Kelly couldn't even cook a ham. So then they're trying to get you to not vote for that person. But Kemp already won, so it's like whatever. So you see how that works.
The amount of consumption on TikTok, for example, from 30 to 55 is staggering. Actual consumption, not potential reach. GRPs, impressions, all these things that people.
I'm looking at the lady in the
real.
black outfit.
You know, when every time we in this organization and every organization that looks like
She's
yours
lead.
and mine puts up how many impressions the article gets, nobody believes the slide that says that we got 3 billion impressions. Nobody believes that. That's why everyone's smiling. You didn't get 3 billion impressions. You did some bullshit math around the websites that mentioned it and decided that was.
And then there's the lady with the dangly, splashy earrings.
Would be the same if this
The
was their family
lady in the black
business
wants to
or
pull her
livelihood.
hair out. So you want to take a look and know that your interpersonal community makes a difference on how you're being portrayed in your commercials. It's an energy exchange from start to finish. So you have to find the right team and the right team that works together in team.
Do it as if my business requires it, because they do. Because I don't know what my own business is, and I'm petrified to lose. And so I don't buy into yesterday.
And he says he's petrified to lose, but he's petrified to lose me.
It's on today. The problem with businesses of scale
And that's what they're counting
is they
on.
think today is the future. You know how many times there's meetings where people say things like, yeah, like, you know, TikTok's emerging. We'll get to that when it's, you know, next year, or the year, like when it is the actual thing. And
So you want to get that TikTok right now is the people are watching it while they're watching TV. So to watch a commercial, on commercials they go to TikTok. On commercials, when they're watching TV, they go to TikTok. They don't want to watch commercials like they used to watch commercials. They want to watch real people. They want to watch real people sharing things they like because they like word of mouth recommendations, which is why my page is valuable because I recommend things. You know, if you don't want to do that, then don't. However, what they do is they expect you to. Because if you say no, there's going to be 100 other people behind you. There's 7.6 billion people on this planet. I only need 500. However, they have the mindset of they want 7.6 billion people to follow them. That's how control freaks they are. Not to mention the subcategories of queens and kings we have going on amongst the internet who are attempting to mind guide individuals away from what you have to offer, which is value. Meaning when Charlie D'Amelio says nothing but this, you know that something ain't right, because what she's drinking is a sugary drink, so sugary that it will kill people. That's the message.
as a comms team, more creative output against the incredible amounts of stories that this organization has to tell.
My content, whether it's 15 seconds or 3 minutes, always has multiple stories rolling in the story because it's a perspective view from the consumer. Meaning I don't plan it either. I tell a version, my version. I got this from Madonna, by the way. Madonna says she'd make Justify Myself, or is that what the song is? Justify Myself? That song's actually about self-love. However, the mind masses of media attempted to portray that song as a seduction song because that's what they want to fuel the masses to believe. However, even me saying that, it's my own interpretation of someone else's art. However, in my work, it's also a transformational experience for someone because God is delivering messages through me to you, which technically everyone has God in them except for the demons, right? Except for the demons. I better move this along.
And you have incredible.
They don't have God inside them. They only listen to demons.
Emotional stories, utility stories, value stories. By the way, you have to fragment them. I'll give you a great example. If I'm on this team, if I was on this team, I would raise my hand and say, can I do the LinkedIn creative?
That's what you need. You need people who are willing to step outside the box to test your theories. You also need to allow your community as your employees to bring in personal stuff. This is the difference. Because if they're dealing with an emotion, so you don't want to look at the story as in, it looks like this. It's like writing down the story. I went to the store and the lady at the Starbucks line was rude as hell. And then she said this, and then she said this, and then she said this, and then she said this. And then the nice lady came over and handed me another red cup. And then you take a look at the story, and then you look at the emotions attached to that story. And then you look at creating a TikTok attached to the emotions with a problem at the beginning. There's an evolution in between, and then a solution at the end. Now, that's a structured version of it. You can also do it as a multi-plated transitional phase for your product. Meaning like Mr. Peanut died and came back in reincarnated form as a baby. It's a true story for human life, by the way. They did not like that. However, you could have taken Mr. The baby, and you could have created a storyline, a new brand. It was so beautifully done. Could have done like a whole new storyline of the baby loving peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I mean, you could have done like all this different stuff. So you can definitely see the ability to transform the media.
Because I know that I can do unlimited smart content targeting CFOs to show them why working with us would save their company money.
The hard part for this is that you are in blind spot modes, which is why you struggle so much, which is what our company as VaynerMedia would participate in is uncovering the blind spots through creative content of discussion, homework assignments. Not only would your staff grow as a community, they would grow within the organization as developers. So not only are they developing themselves as a personal, authentic self, so their family lives would be better, their work lives would be better, and then your production would be better. Not to mention the work would be fun.
And CFOs care about that.
And that's the right way.
And so I would be educated on all the different things that we did that could be thoughtful for B2B travel.
And then we cut the fat.
Clever video, written word, infographic content, and I would run media against CFOs of Fortune 5,000 companies. And I would get us accounts.
Love that confidence. A lot of smiles in this room, Gary. Loving this. You probably...
I would get those accounts. Yeah, because he's like the business side. There's a lot of doubt that entered the space when he said that. That's an energy that is not welcomed into the space. When someone tells you that, it's someone like him, you literally just lost accounts because of your staff. However, he would definitely get you that.
You see a lot of folks like me in hotel lobbies. But something I remember from 2018, you asked me about occupancy, and I think I said at the time the hotel I was in that market was currently running at 82%.
And I was excited about the 18%.
The women are questionable. The men,
That's what you said. You got a great memory. You said, well, F that. What about the 18? What are you doing? So,
Right, because when you live in a comms mindset, like
There's like 3 girls in there that will not stop talking. I'm like, you do realize who this is, right?
I do, which is day trading attention, you're
He day trades attention, meaning, I'm not even going to show you this. Have you? I started using pens a lot, and I make mistakes. So I bought these really cool pens. You like them? Basically, they're whiteout. Instead of using the little brush, I just take the pen and I press on it, and then it whites it all out, and you can't even tell that I made a mistake. Don't forget to shake them. You need a whiteout pen? You need a whiteout pen? You can get your own.
you're conversating every hour on every day. This isn't about what are we doing in 37 days, which that is as well something on my mind. This is, do we have the capacity at 4:15 p.m. to do creative things on social to fill up the 18%?
The problem is you're competing with a bunch of morons. You're competing with a bunch of Charlie D'Amelios who think they run the show. And then instead of battling them, you're backing out or something.
Getting credible news, PR.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, your old versions of things, unless you do something in transformative and I want this, coming forward, then you guys are gone.
And better lifetime value.
And that's not
for
cool.
Clients, trial for new clients who've been loyal to our competitors. There's just, it's an asset. And if you're smart,
So much bad business out there.
There'll be no confusion.
There's so much backstabbing.
Our core
These
product.
little millennials are
I'm
terrible.
not looking to create expectations of a consumer. Like, I don't have to book with them. I'll just wait till 4:15 to get the free room. This is much more clever than that. But yes, I remember dinner years ago.
excellent. So we have lots of brands. We got another one yesterday. So you have a favorite? Obviously, we've got the high-end ones because you're a high roller. I'm sure you have the Ritz. We've got St. Regis, Marriott, Courtyard. We've got the whole portfolio. You have one hotel where you're like, I love that place.
You know what's funny?
Is that
for me
hotels?
When you bring that up, that I like a lot is I went to Green Bay, Wisconsin this weekend to watch my favorite Jets play, right? And we were talking about, like, because we were driving back to Chicago, and we were talking about hotels because a bunch of my friends were staying at the Courtyard, and we loved the one in Indianapolis. And so I was talking about how I like that, and I was staying at St. Regis, and so there was they were making fun of me for being bougie. But what's really, really interesting is if you ask me out of your brands, which one, first, when I travel, I actually don't even know where I stay because most of my travel for the majority of my career has been because I publicly speak a lot. And as you can imagine, the organizations are putting you up often in where the event is or things of that nature. So I have literally run the gamut. However,
It's boring.
I will say Aloft has been a brand that I actually have some weirdly awesome affinity towards. I'm just kind of going off the top of my head. I think that's in your I didn't fuck up.
Yeah, that's one of ours, yeah.
And as an example,
So
is he's telling you, this is an example of what happens to y'all, is he's telling a story about the hotels he stayed at. While he's telling you the story, the mind manipulation game is creeping in. And he's trying to be careful with what he says because they can throw words in his mouth that aren't true. To send off a signal to the marketing. This is how marketing is now working. I could say the best. And that's a positive word. However, I could say the worst. And then your mind would go on a spiral, downward spiral, that something is the worst, like someone in your life is the worst. So he's trying to tell you that his friend, he stayed at a hotel. I stayed at a hotel. He's saying we stayed at a hotel, and then he says I stayed at a hotel. So it's significant. And he said something else I think I missed. But who cares? Why is it significant is because it's the words that people say. It's all fraudulent is the problem. There's no integrity behind this section of what he's saying here. It's important to understand that.
I like that brand a lot.
And that's what you do to the consumer when you are creating a product like his sunglasses. Okay, I'll buy them. They're $199 or some crap like that. I can get the same pair of glasses at Walmart for $24. However, the flamingo is on them, and I can guarantee you that they're going to bend and break as they sit in their seat and yada, yada, yada. However, I've got a pair of Oakleys that I showed on a video earlier, and you'd rather have the Oakleys and pay $400 for those. So you can look at it, marketing in a couple different ways, as in you want to appeal to the masses, you go low. If you want to have a specialty item, you go high, you go quality, you go Oakley instead of trash product from China.
Cool. We couldn't let you go today without talking about the Super Bowl.
Okay.
You started out, obviously, back in the day. Did you ever think, I think last year, you had more Super Bowl ads than any other agency in addition to the Peanuts campaign on social and the rest of it. Did you ever really think that you'd be doing Super Bowl ads?
Yeah, I did. I don't know if you remember back when you discovered, we met very early on. My thesis is attention arbitrage. You know, I would write press releases tomorrow if I believed people were consuming them at enough scale against how much we spend against it. Hence why I said again, you should still do that. I just think the costs associated with making them should drive down dramatically. And of course, there should be a few minutes of, this the Super Bowl, I think, is the most underpriced attention in marketing. You get 150 million Americans actually consuming your spot. The issue with Super Bowl, why it doesn't work for a lot of people, is creative agencies use it as a showcase.
I want to also let everybody know, when you're in a business of marketing, who you have on your arm makes a difference in the business. Meaning, if you are a gentleman who travels and goes to marketing conferences, or you go to philanthropy events and such, if you have a snake trophy wife on your arm, it literally is a detriment not only to your business, but to your customers.
For their talents, not trying to drive the business for their clients. They use it.
See, and now he's about to go into her telling you that she's not trying to drive the business for the clients. She's trying to drive the business for herself. Meaning there's always the flip side of what you get in return. It's business, because you got to keep the lights on. However, if you always come from a place of your definite purpose, not only are you already in success mode, you don't need to make $20 million a year. However, it's a nice experience to have. However, all of these manipulators out there have a cookie cutter contract that they follow to a T, sell it for $1,000 a month, where they abuse people, including you, because what's going to happen is their abuse is going to create another demon, which is then going to take you out.
As a proxy to get new clients. And so you get all these horseshit ads, like the fucking Andy Warhol Burger King ad of 3 years ago that made no fucking sense, other than the creative agency was trying to be super fucking clever, and they sold less burgers because of it. Right? So that's a problem. But the media...
So he actually said that because Mr. Beast is trying to close out Burger King. So in this marketing, he literally is telling you the way marketing works. He just put Burger King under the bus on purpose because he's claiming sellout. However, what we're uncovering what they're up to, because Mr. Beast did an article on his TikTok page where he says Burger King sucks. No, Mr. Beast sucks.
Is fantastic. And so...
Yeah. So there's a form of competition of equal rights. Mr. Beast abuses the beef. I don't know about Burger King, although I know Burger King has those cute little crowns that you get when you go up in there. And they have the croissant witch, and they got onion rings, and there's a certain experience when you go into Burger King that's been around for a long time.
I did think we would do super labs. I did know that would take us a long time because I knew that, still to this day, 13 years in, even though we've done the most Super Bowl spots, even though we're the creative AOR of Pepsi and Budweiser, and all these things, I'm very aware because of me and because of where we grew up, people still look at us as social media, which is amazing.
So it's an association game. When you see Gary Vaynerchuk, you think Cassandra Bright. However, the battle is at this time is when you see Gary Vaynerchuk, they want you to think of that other girl. It's a branding for them. It's branding. However, there's real emotion between Gary and myself. See, she doesn't care about love or anything. She only cares about herself and getting ahead and abusing people. It makes no sense to you because you're good people. But for some reason, there's these people out there that's what they live off of. She only wants to be seen with him. This is in marketing. This is marketing. She only wants to be seen with him when there's a camera, when she gets to wear a fancy dress, when she thinks she's going to hurt the 15 million people to get an emotion out of them so she can fuel inside her soul some demonic state of being to where she deserves it, deserves this win.
Because I also think that social media...
And then she attempts to give other people advice.
...is about to be viewed like television. I think very quickly, I'm sure when I look at the faces in this room, I know all of you know, because you've been through it in your careers, if I'm getting this right, social media on a yearly by yearly basis.
So there's a level of these marketing people. She's a marketing person, but the ill-willed kind. She's sick in the head, right? She's psychotic. She'll meet with these heavy-set women and people who she views as losers. However, she has a skill about her that's inauthentic, where she pretends to be their friend so she can get their money. She gets their money, she teaches them a textbook, and then she teaches my work. Pretend, like it's a chameleon effect, right? But then she sees their work and she steals it from them. Their pages never grow. However, she continues to convince them that they need to pay her $1,000 a month. Never expanding them at all. And then these are the people that actually have offerage for your company as a, what's the word? It's like an MLM sort of, but not really. So you give them a portion. But actually what it does is it expands you as a business. It's like they're giving money to these people that don't do anything.
Has taken up more oxygen in the boardroom. 13 years ago.
She takes the oxygen out of the boardroom.
It was an afterthought of an afterthought of an
She's an afterthought after an afterthought.
Most Fortune 500 companies still blow it. They still make it the matching luggage to the brand campaign.
She has matching luggage.
The biggest misstep in marketing.
So he basically is marketing how horrible she is.
Of what the brand stands for.
And then the girl that just left is also one of them.
Do digital matching luggage. But if you know what's happening on social,
that's what's happening on social.
Infrastructure to consideration in our universe. It's why politicians get elected. It's why people make consumer decisions. And so I'm starting to sense for the first time.
She's punched him in the face.
That big brands are starting to understand.
Off of my content.
Disrespect or lack of skill.
No respect for him at all.
Is starting to become an issue.
It's starting to become an issue.
I'm excited about it because I really believe in it. I do believe that the internet is doing to television what television did to the radio. And I think now that streaming is eating up all of television, it's left people with no choice. The thought of running a television commercial.
You always
It's
have a
fascinating
choice.
to me. That's a cost. It's not that I don't think people consume a television show.
Payoff
Of course,
versus
they get
cost.
some. But paying the fee for a creative AOR that just sits
She's
around
paid a
and
fee.
offers ideas, and then you decide you like it, and then you pay a production company to make it, and then you pay that level.
So
of
that's
media
what you have to investigate for you
potential
as a
reach that isn't
marketing
actually being
community.
consumed. That's a really good way to waste money in 2023.
Cool. Love the point. Do you ever think or see a brand when you're walking around or streaming, whatever you're doing, and think, God, I wish Vanna Media had those guys as a client. I could really help them. I could help them knock the shit out of whatever they do.
No, because I'm not passionate about the
I do.
brands. I'm passionate about the casting of the executives that are actually.
I'm actually more passionate about the brand. Or not the brand, but the product.
Boardroom centric.
Got it.
So for me, it's not brands, it's
Yeah.
teammates that want to actually do it, right? Like, and I'm very empathetic. Like, every human that I'm looking at right now needs to care about their family. That's exactly.
She's put a
And so
a
the
wedge
corporate
in the
structures,
space.
Our MMA or MMA or the way we reward or what you need to accomplish in these rules.
So that's something you need to take a look at as your group, in your community, in the room, with whoever they're with on the outside. See how it's all intertwined.
You must follow those rules. Not
It's a
because
battle.
you're fired. I'm looking for organizations that are changing their rules, right? That are trying to make them about business results based on marketing. And to me, that is exciting because otherwise, if you're not trying to get business results based on marketing, you either have a bad business or you become vulnerable to some.
Marketing is not what it used to be, in the sense of it's not and then creating, it's like, look at who I am. It's about the person.
One of the things that I'm sure some of the brands in this building are vulnerable to, which
They
is
call
your famous
brands
to get you customers.
people.
Google, middleware companies that give you referrals that you pay huge fees to because you're not marketing on it. And the reason we don't market on enough is we don't win on consideration enough, Shaq. We don't win on consideration. Because we don't win on
Ask
relevance.
Shaq what it was
Look
like.
at the faces here. For me to get you to buy this, or to book a hotel room to buy this, can you imagine trying to make one piece of video?
So they try, okay.
To give a shit about that?
It's like
insane.
she's attractive to the masses. She's the ugliest person on the inside. This is important for marketing, especially if you're working with women, because they utilize their sexuality to get what they want. Not even in a way that's like, I'm good at what I do. I have nothing to offer you, and I will steal all your money, steal all your ideas, steal all your family and following. See, his family is his following. Abuse everyone. Like going to war. It's like going to war. And then the product, she doesn't care about that. This is not just to what he's dealing with. This is like a mass concern with anyone associated with the Vandy clan.
About context and
That includes Kim
which requires
Kardashian.
a level of creative output and a media strategy that is wildly different.
It's a media strategy.
And that's the battleground of content.
And then you have to remember they're utilizing bots.
Cool. I love that. I'm going to switch gears. Got a quick FOMO, and then I've got another one about one of your other books. You talk a lot about the Jets, so you and your brother apparently haven't missed a game.
She literally will make football teams
Said, you know what? If
lose
Mr. Marion asked
games,
Gary to come to a meeting,
because that's how
would you
selfish
go?
she is.
Never.
You think he'd come? You wouldn't come for Mr. Marion?
Not only for Mr. Marriott. Mr. Marriott's not even in the fucking ballgame. I've missed weddings, funerals, birthdays. I do not miss Jet games. I am
They're supposed to be
single out
engaged, by the way.
religious person you
That's how
can
hysterical this is.
whatever their religion is and whatever they need to do. Friday Shabbat, Sunday church, whatever that is.
See, it's all about what you all think about the facade.
have not missed watching.
So the goal is to create the facade of the relationship and then show the
How
products.
are you looking for that acquisition?
Then you buy it.
How long is it going to take? I've been waiting a while.
My friend, my great professional ambition is the thrill of the chase to try to buy them. If I can just get it done before I die, I'd be very happy.
Hey, very cool. You talk a lot about it's more about, you know.
He's thinking about me right now. I don't know why.
Tenacity. It doesn't matter how old you are, but I think you talk about some of the Gen Z folks need to have a little bit more patience.
Yes.
You also talk about, you know, people like myself into their 40s now. Although I think when I saw the article you wrote, it said in their 70s, you'd encourage folks to be starting businesses.
You need to know that
Said,
Gen
if you're
Zs, you don't
75,
deserve to have
you still
six-figure
got
income.
50 Good years in you. Go start a business.
Nor do you, as millennial,
Yeah,
deserve a
it was-
six-figure income.
Yeah, it was less about start a business. It's more
It's like they have no work experience.
Do they really
And we've allowed them to run us all
Because I don't
over.
think they did. Because it's not the way the propaganda of age has been
It's
sold
all
to us
propaganda.
over the last 100 years.
He
I
says
don't
propaganda.
believe This room, including you, Shaq, because you're getting up there, brother. I don't believe that, you know, anybody in this room really has a good enough grasp of how much time they actually have. I think that, you know, when I look, everybody, knock on wood, obviously horrific things happen or tragic things happen, but knock on wood, everybody I'm looking at,
Jesus'
40,
lifetime.
40 more years. That's for me and you, Shaq. Like, there's some youngsters like 50, 60. Like,
Some of you won't make
that's
it.
a lot of time. And so,
And I'll be like,
you know,
see
I
ya.
think people fight for joy and happiness enough.
Evil.
They're based on fear. They're based on
Me?
the financial
Yeah, you.
obligations, the theoretical, emotional obligations they've made them for themselves, for their spouses and their children. And, you know, I really do believe being the best version of yourself requires a level of strategic selfishness, which is grounded in, if I'm really happy, I can make everybody I love happier.
He's not happy.
And if I'm really happy, you know, everything clicks. And, you know,
His
it's funny
face.
because I'm such an entrepreneur, but my relationship with money is very weird. You know, like
He
I
says it
really,
right here.
I don't like what it does to people. I think it confuses people.
It's
I don't
like,
think people have a
hello?
relationship with money or time. And not very fortunate. The thing
Oh, I don't like money.
Oh,
Outlet. Can we go stay at the fancy bougie hotel
I love it. I love
in separate
it.
rooms?
Business. But for a lot of people, they don't love what they do, but they're doing it because it's paying for their lifestyle. And
God, I can't imagine having to hang out with that.
I have so many people consuming my content, and I want to use that for good. And
So
I
toxic.
like talking about real things, and I think one of the most real
And
things
all they
in
do
life
is talk about
people
themselves.
are dramatically younger than they think. They have so much time to expand
She's
their
like 20,
interests,
28.
their capabilities.
Do you want to get why I'm saying this? It's because it's all a lie.
You know, I'm passionate about it.
As in,
I think
everyone's
the
lying.
world has gotten very good at selling fear and
That's
hate,
why you're not doing as well as you
and
want to be
I want
doing.
to sell practical
Like this.
I'm not delusional. I'm a very practical operator. This is not like the secret. Like, sit at home and pray that you'll be a professional skier. That shit doesn't work. But what does work is, hey, if you love skiing, believe it or not, try to make some skiing videos on TikTok and see what the world does with it. You'll never believe what can happen. And I know it to be true because at this point, 15 years into this journey, I have hundreds of thousands of emails from people that have taken one piece of content, done it, and something good has happened. Whether it's as simple as, hey Gary, we really got into the garage sale stuff that you were telling us, our family likes it, we have a lot of fun on Saturdays, but we made $8,000 on the side, and now we can afford this Disney trip, thank you. All the way
Someone in
to-
there is telling me I have chin hair.
I thought it
Okay,
was crazy,
thanks.
but I was really down in the
That's what they do to your
dumps. I was
customers.
making $300K a year, and I started making
You want to
YouTube
get
videos
that.
and TikToks
That's what your
and
marketing
Snapchat
team does to your
and
customers,
I love the most
which makes
about
them not want to buy
it.
your product.
And oh my God, you know, I now
And they also can do it to where they get them to buy product. I'm not sure how that can be grounded in what you really want for your customers is the problem. Why would you want that for your customers? To be manipulated into purchasing your product, meaning you're a fraud and you're not really actually winning. That's the facade. That's what we're trying to uncover.
I want people to be happy because the net of that is
Not to mention the sunglasses that they're
We've got a couple of folks in the room,
constructing are going to go into the dump.
New guys or young folks, starting out on their careers, what advice might you give to them?
Die on your own sword. And let me explain what I mean by that. There's a lot of youngsters in here who fundamentally, and by the way, a lot of OG gangsters in here that do not believe in what you're doing with your time and money to create the outcome you want, but they keep their mouth shut in the meetings because they are being protective of their professional careers, and I understand that. You're not going to be able to communicate your points of view the way I am because I own my own business.
I don't know why you would want to stay silent. Oh, he's staying silent.
Bad things happen. I look in the mirror and say, don't do that again. For you, there's more ramifications. I respect that. However, that doesn't mean that you are not able to very respectfully to your leaders and managers, very cordially, very charmingly, able to communicate your disagreement or different point of view on what you should do.
So basically he's telling you he's being controlled.
The reason I say dying
because they don't want this type of transformation, because you have to be a good person for this to win. For you to win in the way I do things, you have to be likable. You have to take responsibility. You have to embody the work.
To lose your job or not progress in your career because you weren't articulating things you believed in that ended up becoming true, and you got no credit for it because you played defense, and the culture of the company made you not say it, not in your own belief system, so you missed out on the opportunity because of that. That is devastating. So please, find a way to cordially communicate your personal opinions. You're allowed to be wrong.
I don't think so.
I'm wrong.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. What you're gonna get from me is authenticity and honesty,
In a corporate
because we ain't gonna be doormats no more, normals. Y'all are all up here on your little pedestals. That goes for you, Shaq. You're sitting over there like this. And then you think all of us little peons over here, oh shit, my foot's asleep, ain't worth nothing. And that's what I'm combating. I can't believe my foot's asleep.
Is there a brand, obviously don't include us, but is there one brand out there you really admire? I'm sure it's one of your clients.
That would be me.
It's not. Meaning, I'm very happy with what our clients do. I actually spend very little time looking at what our clients do because the industry
I was too in depth in this conversation.
Its own self. Everything is about headlines and awards and bullshit reporting. So the creative industry is super not interesting to me. Right?
Creative industry is not interesting. It's
so
not.
I care about consumer. The reason I have one to call out.
I don't care about consumer.
The only client in the last 3 years that after a couple of meetings, I told them not to hire us because they didn't need us. Which was
That would be me.
extremely upsetting to my new business team. We're still mad about it. And that was Chipotle. I think Chipotle is a brand that understands that marketing in 2023.
He actually wanted me to marry me. That's why he said he didn't want me to work
And so
there.
all you know, we're slow in companies like this.
Y'all are slower
We have
than
too
me.
much process.
So I'm like over here and y'all are way back here.
And speed is the killer.
It's like y'all have to like analyze everything. I gotta think about this. I'm telling you where we're headed.
Very well.
I'm like catch up.
Building a small internal team and having a framework.
I don't want no team. I got me, myself, and I. Just give me what you need and I'll do it.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to my TV days. So when I finally leave Marriott in about 26 years,
See if we're getting married. Me and Gary get married.
I'm gonna
Although I don't want to get married, he does.
the movie. Who do you think I should cast to play you?
He's the reason. He won't leave me alone.
And hopefully at that point.
Just to let you know, when him and I end up like really showing up on these podcasts together, you guys are gonna have so much fun.
Attractive 3 men at the
And
time
I'm like super attractive.
that kind of somewhat look like me, but are just much better looking versions would feel right. Shaq.
Honey, can you let me talk, please?
Everything I do is based on consumer reaction.
It's gonna be really
The
funny.
reason I need faces is when I say something.
I'm gonna be over here working. Y'all talk. Say what? It's gonna look like that.
Great. I mean, it's unbelievable.
And I'm gonna wear. Oh, look at my earphones. I look so cute. Do I look cute?
Focus on the front row, and I completely bounce off of that the entire time. And those 7 people completely.
Hey, excuse me. God wants to say
How good
something.
or not good my keynote's gonna be. And so, like, even when I go to some sort of conferences that, like the whole room's too dark and you can't see, I actually ask
So technically you should be in some of these TikToks, by the way.
That this is what I want to say in my final minute.
It's like being with your best friend with like creative ideas to advance yourselves with your businesses also, where everybody wins, including the customer. And if you're up to integrity, then the customer knows, and you'll just create the growth naturally because the product is good. You show them things, you show and tell. And then the brand is the show and tell. And then the person like me tells you what I like and what I don't like, and then you leave the person to make the decisions. Meaning, if you have customer service at your hotels and there's clean sheets and it's really nice to be there, then why wouldn't people want to stay there? And if it's reasonably priced?
I'm even trying, it's funny. I just felt myself lowballing the number because I didn't want people to think I was
Don't lowball me.
And get laughed out of the room. This organization should be putting out 200 to 500 individual different pieces of creative.
I can do it. One person does 100.
TikTok, Facebook Reels, Instagram, Twitter a day. We all know that we're not even in the realm of
And I'm doing that myself with one person.
Every other time in the last 15 years, I will be historically correct about this statement in the next 5 years.
I'm only doing 50.
So the faster you can figure out how to drive down the cost of creative internally and with your partners, you will become a calm supernova if you can do that. And I know that's hard, but it's worth the debate for these leaders and yourself.
We love that. Thank you so much. I'm going to come and see you in New York City.
So it has to do with,
Each other, brother.
he got punched in the eye. It has to do with the first step into introducing yourself to this type of marketing. You have to go in battling because the bots are so bad. They've trained everybody to only think negative thoughts. So we're literally in a battle of good versus evil. And the way the internet works at this time is you'll look at something you like and you instantly come up with a negative toward that thing. Even if you agree, even if you think it's great, you'll find the missing link. You'll see the thing that doesn't really work for you. But it's not just about that. Even if you don't care what people think, it's a physical exchange of pain, which is what a lot of people have the problem with of why they don't post. It's called telepathy. And it's a little more advanced since I walked people through spiritually to this side of expansion into what we know of as the Vandy clan. They've enhanced, we've sped up to now what would have happened in the future, and we're able at this time to stop it, which is what we're doing. So you have to get comfortable with yourself in blocking it. So a physical practice of Qigong, yoga, walking, it has to be something where you can connect to your physical self with a toolkit of places to go when you feel disempowered, and then the knowledge to look at someone and to be able to read them. Meaning if somebody is a female, you know you cannot trust them. Let me step out, take a look. You have to see the facts, because you'll be looking at a piece of content and you'll see it in a certain way. As like if you were to meet that woman, you're thinking, oh man, she's great. She's so awesome. She's so great. However, the truth is that she's evil. And she literally is trying to get what she can get from you, and then suck the life out of you, and then leave you lying on the floor to your deathbed while she skips off into the sunset, all glorified. But the task at hand is to be able to recognize that. It's like seeing the bully in school and thinking the bully's so cool, and then they're up here and then you're down here. It's all of that. However, they occur as so nice to you I'm so cute. I'm so nice. You like my outfit? Oh my God. How much money? How much money? How much money? Oh yes, I'm so intelligent. I'm so intelligent. I'm so intelligent. So they feed this into your mind. But you actually have to hear, you have to start listening. What exactly did she say? She only regurgitated everything you said. A mirror with underlining intention of abuse. Filling her holes to look cool, utilizing how she looks as the first step for you to accept her. When I look at her and I think she's a sloppy pig with a fat stomach who can't do yoga, who talks about matcha tea and shits her pants. However, you look at her as if she's attractive and that's it. She's so intelligent. Look at her content. It's fake. One of a million people creating fake content to look cool. And so if you can process how they're doing it to look cool and get acceptance for it, to know that everyone's being brainwashed into the machine, not only through telepathy from the Democratic Party, but from subliminal messaging, through words, through collectively working together to take out normal people, to be like robots. And so it's a big time moving yourself forward into a modern day world of what's actually going on here. And you could sit over there all day long in your marketing pants and say, well, that's not true. Yeah, you're from fucking 1960, 1970. I can guarantee you it was going on then, and it's going on still to this day with those same women. Except y'all didn't have the internet. It looks a little different. Meaning I moved in with a family member who had a psycho living in the house, and I all of a sudden started having these feelings of myself of I was fat because she was jealous of the fact that I was so lean and so fit. However, she would tell me that I was lean and fit. However, the underlying message was that I was fat. So you really want to know that if you're not self-aware or intuitive or in practice, then you will not get there. And that's what I have to say about that. It's me against the world. The right way in marketing for 2023 is to be yourself, to have integrity, to offer a service, to offer a product that's valuable. That's it. What are you offering me? No, seriously, what are you offering me? What, this is a concept. What are you offering me? Show me proof. This is for someone with 1 million followers. Not that your page grew. I want to see some of your students of yours that have grown. These are the questions that you want to be berating at these people when they're trying to sell you these things. I need examples, and not somebody who looks like her either. Because you also want to know when they get references, is they also will use a liar that they pay to say, hey, yeah, my page grew from 500 to 1 million in 6 weeks. And that's what we're dealing with as small creators on a big scale when they're telling us that TikTok goes viral. Now, only if you're in a certain socioeconomic class now does your TikToks go viral. Or if you're up to create violence on the planet, do your TikToks go viral. In a new age of lifestyle, we all can go viral living a fairy tale land of life, of producing content. You don't even have to be selling a product. However, they're preventing that from happening for us because they want us to fail. And that's that. I don't know which ways I need to sell it to you, because I don't sell anything. I speak the truth. Thank you for joining me in this video that I did not plan on creating this evening, but after meeting this Shack community, I felt inspired to create, and so here I am. Good luck. I hope you have a beginning stage for your business plan, that you can evolve. That experience of what I listed for you was a plan layout that Ben & Jerry's, Pizza Hut, and others utilize to create their business plans. And just to let everybody know, if you are in the business of business, what's your business plan? Even for you, this is the thing about the social media influencer, no work experience. They call themselves social media influencers. They have no work experience. And they have no work experience. Nor do they have a business plan. Meaning, what exactly are you up to aside from manipulating people into taking their money so you can live in a high rise in New York City? And then violate 15 million people with $166.99 ugly sunglasses in wintertime. It's wintertime. Little things that you'll want to take a look at the fact that that makes no sense. Why would you sell us sunglasses in the winter? And crappy ones. Be friends. Good luck in Miami. Because now it's going to be all about how pretty I am in the beach in my bikini. Oh, while you all stand there trying to buy $199 flamingo sunglasses. Okay, have fun. But you better be prepared for what's coming at you with physical form. Not only do you feel you're going to leave that place and you're going to be sick for like a month after being and interacting with her, and you can thank Gary for that. And then everybody likes to promote and fluff ass by being like, it's all your powerful journey to becoming the person that you always wanted to be. Well, no, thank you. You know, I don't need that bullshit. I want to live a good life. I just wanted to help a small group of 500 people. But instead, I'm part of this community who are getting violently abused by someone who no one speaks up about, including the people that are surrounding her. Oh, she's so wonderful. No, that's only the people that she hangs out with who says that. Look at me, reading my book. That's so educational for us. Her idea is never give away anything for free. You only steal it, duh. Gary's philosophy is give it all away. Okay. And who is he allegedly sleeping next to at night? I don't care about money. Oh, really? Then why are you at this event, Fashion Week, etc., etc.? You must be a hypocrite. Technique and marketing for you to take a look at. That's all for now.